Hello and welcome to Age Friendly Bay Area, a program that explores services and resources for older adults in the greater Bay Area. My name is Scott McMillan, a board member and one of the co-founders of a nonprofit called Villages of San Mateo County. In previous episodes, we have discussed the village movement in some detail. We've talked with the leader of age-friendly programs in Santa Clara County, and we have introduced some nonprofits that focus on services for older adults. Today we're going to talk with two representatives of a truly wonderful nonprofit called Peninsula Volunteers, Inc., or PVI. They have several programs that serve older adults mostly in San Mateo County, but we'll learn that they are working on serving more of Santa Clara County also. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our guest today. First, Artemis Rong, the Chief Operating Officer of PVI, and then Kamilah Najieb-Wachob, Program Manager. Welcome, Artemis and Kamilah. And Artemis, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to be with PVI.
I've always had a passion for working with people. It really started with children. However, my first role working with older adults is at a nonprofit. This is about 15 years ago. And then I went into senior living and was there for about 12 years.
Okay.
Now I'm back at a nonprofit and I've never been happier. It's been great so far.
Great,
Yeah.
okay. And Kamilah, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, my background's a little different. I actually started in the legal field. I practiced as an attorney for a couple of years with the city of Oakland. But then I realized that wasn't quite my forte. Took some time off, raised kids, and then this opportunity to work at PVI as a program coordinator came up, and I didn't know much about it, but I was like, let's give it a shot, and came aboard about 11 years ago, and has been completely enthralled with the field of providing services to seniors. It's just been rewarding to see what we can do to enrich the lives of seniors, and now I'm program manager, so it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, excellent. And as I said in the introduction, I know a bit about PVI. It's a wonderful organization. And I think, Artemis, you might want to give us a little history. How did PVI get started?
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe in 1947, our founder, Beth Keegler, rallied a group of passionate women and started PVI, which is now known today as Peninsula Volunteers, but we recently rebranded. And so our new website, new logo, you will see later
Shall we show
on.
that on the screen?
Sure,
Here's
absolutely.
your website
Yes.
for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
So tell us about what we're looking at.
So our new website is created to be a little bit more friendlier. Buttons are bigger, the colors are brighter, so it's easier to navigate. And if you look at our logo, it represents kind of our core program. So the house is Peninsula Volunteers Properties, which is affordable senior housing. The little car represents Meals on Wheels. And the heart just provides, it's something that brings everything together, the services that we provide for adults to provide services to connect adults, seniors.
Yeah, and you have quite a number of really wonderful programs. You want to give us a quick overview of them?
Sure. So I mentioned Peninsula Volunteers Properties, which is affordable senior housing. That actually started in 1967 when City of Menlo Park approved the building of Partridge Kennedy, which currently houses 30 units. Followed in 1981 of Crane's Place, which currently houses 93 units. Peninsula Volunteers today provides 58% of affordable senior housing.
58% of the affordable housing in
Menlo Park
area?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Good job.
We've expanded since then with Meals on Wheels and adult day services and transportations.
Okay, that's spectacular. So, Kamilah, one of the things you're going to tell us about is Little House. Give us some background on what it is, and I've put up a slide on the TV that shows us a happy group of people.
Right. Well, PVI Little House is a day activity center for active seniors. And yeah, by looking at the photo, we really try to keep seniors engaged, healthy, vibrant members of their community. And so we offer a wide variety of activities and services to help people stay thrived and engaged. Part of what we do is fitness and health programs. So we have a wide range of exercise classes like Pilates and yoga. We have a wonderful personal training program, which is something that's been a highlight for us over the past few years, where people can get one-on-one training from certified personal trainers. And we have a gym as well, where people can work on treadmills and exercise bikes. So that's one of our key components, is keeping you physically active. We also have a lot of socialization programs. We offer bridge and pinochle for people to come and hang out and, play with their friends. We have a little movie theater when people can come and watch nice movies during the day. We also have a wonderful ceramic studio where people come and work on the potter's wheel and do hand building, and it's a wonderful creative outlet that helps you stay really creative. We also have our new Tech Connect program, which is a program where we provide seniors with free iPads and tutorials to keep them closing the technological divide that that sometimes seniors experience. And so we really want to make sure that they stay kind of on that path of being technologically savvy, so they don't feel left behind and kind of out of the loop. We also have what's going to be called our Little Shop Grab and Go, where people can come in and get fresh sandwiches and salads.
Okay.
We'll also be highlighting local artisan wares like candle making or jewelry. So that's a new feature that we'll be having coming up very soon. And then another one that we are really excited about, it's called Got Groceries.
Oh, I'll put a picture up here so people can see that.
Yeah, that's a new program that we will be starting in the fall. We've partnered with Second Harvest, the food bank, to provide healthy produce and nutritional items to help supplement your kitchen. So that's something we're really looking forward to coming up very soon. And the last thing I want to talk about really quickly is our active living open house that we'll be having coming up in October, the first week of October. It's a week-long program where we will showcase our classes, activities, kind of everything that we offer at Little House, and we invite everybody to come and join us for that special week.
Yes, and so we've got the detail of that Active Aging Week open house up on the screen now. So that's great. You talked about so many activities that go on at Little House. And so I have a couple of questions. First, people envision Little House as a tiny cottage or something, right? But I've been to your facility, and it's big. It's spread out. It's very warm and inviting. It's just a comfortable place to be.
Yeah, well, what's interesting is that the organization actually started in a little house. It was a little tiny house right around the corner from where we are now, but that's where the organization started, with a group of women, as Artemis said, who wanted to make sure that seniors had services. Yeah. But now we've expanded, and we're next to Nealon Park on Middle Avenue, and it is a pretty big facility. We have a beautiful courtyard inside. We have large fitness rooms, and like I said, we have an art studio and so forth. We even have a garden in the back, a little community garden.
Nice.
So and plus we have a large kitchen facility as well. So it's a big center, and it's definitely really warm and engaging to come into.
I like to tell people to forget about the stigma they had when they were young, that a senior center is a place where the old people go and sit around. Senior centers are vibrant, wonderful, full of great activities, especially when there's a good management program like you've put together. So thanks for making it what it is today.
Thank you.
Yeah, super. So what about transportation? Would you like to talk about that part of the program?
Well, transportation is one of our more recent programs that we started in 2016. We did a survey of seniors in the area, and we found that transportation was the second biggest challenge in their lives. So we put our heads together. We talked with Lee Michelson from Sequoia Healthcare District, and we got together with Lyft and came up with a program where we can, with a senior calling our facility, dispatch Lyft and Uber drivers out to the seniors.
Right.
And this was really important because sometimes seniors can't drive because of vision issues. Maybe they don't have access to smartphones, or maybe they're not close to a bus line. And this program enables them to simply call us. We get their information, we send out a car within 5 or 10 minutes, and they have access to on-demand, low cost. The rides are subsidized, so they don't pay the full fare of the cost. And it has been a real game changer for a lot of people to be able to have this type of service at their beck and call, you know, to go to the grocery store if they need to go to the doctor, their local senior center. So we're really proud of this new part of PVI, and it's called Ride PVI.
Ride
so it's easy to
PVI.
remember.
Okay.
And currently we had been basically limited to San Mateo County, but now we just got a great generous grant from the city of the county of Santa Clara, and we are expanding into Santa Clara as of September. So we will be able to serve seniors in that area as well. So that's something that, you know, we're really excited about.
Excellent. Yeah, it's an interesting shift as older people in particular, but really everybody is looking for on-demand transportation opportunities. You know, you
Exactly.
used to have to reserve rides ahead of time, and everybody's looking for on-demand. So that's a great service that you've put together. Like
yeah,
it.
yeah, and it's interesting because you know, it's something where as technology gets faster and faster, you know, we have more opportunities to be able to provide seniors ways to stay up with it, and this is definitely one of those avenues.
Good. Yeah, and in my own organization, Villages of San Mateo County, we give a lot of rides. We have volunteer drivers who give rides to our village members, but in the cases where we didn't get a volunteer on a particular date, we appreciate the fact that we can utilize the PVI ride service. So yeah, that's been a great help to us and a nice partnership between our organizations.
Yes.
So very, very nice. So I think we're going to move to discussion of Meals on Wheels. And we've got to do a little technology change here for a second. There we go. There's an opportunity for us to see a video that your organization has prepared, so I'm going to start that now for our viewers to see.
And do you have family
So that was a very nicely put together video. Thank you for sharing that with us. Artemis, tell us more about Meals on Wheels. I love some of the scenes in there of putting all the meals together, but give us some background.
Yeah, so I think the video really went through our entire operation and how everything works. So PVI initiated Meals on Wheels delivery in 1977, and we've then expanded to the entire San Mateo County. Right now, today, we deliver over 3,000 meals a week. Currently, we serve over 800 homebound seniors.
Mm-hmm. So how many meals per year do you deliver?
So last year, we delivered 170,000 meals. That's quite impressive.
Oh, yeah. And I think I read 3,500 households. So that's how many individual homes are being assisted.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that it showed during the video is, yes, it's a lot of food production and delivery, but there's a very important social element to this too. You want to elaborate on that a little bit? Just the personal contact that happens.
So there's many parts to the operation, you know, from cooking the meals to packaging them to delivering them. And I actually want to touch a little bit on how during the pandemic, we never skipped a beat. The entire organization came together to make sure that no one was left behind and everybody was getting their meals. So we have volunteers, we have staff working all together in a line to pack everything, to put everything together, and then making sure that all the routes are covered. So everybody was really, I mean, one PVI is what we wanted, you know, to embrace.
One PVI,
Yeah.
which means a lot of staff people, a lot of facilities, the huge kitchen. We can talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then the volunteers that deliver meals on the routes. But you also
They
have
really stepped up during the pandemic, especially during the pandemic.
great.
So yeah.
And I'm aware of partnerships between organizations. Once again, there's at least 2 villages that I'm aware of in the Bay Area that have signed up to do the delivery of specific routes in their cities.
Right.
And I'm in a very tangential way participating in the delivery of Meals on Wheels in the Redwood Shores area. So it feels really good that our organizations can partner in that way also.
Yes.
During the video, one of the recipients said that part of his gratitude is that he gets to interact with a real person when the meal is delivered.
So we always say it's not just a meal. We're also checking on them. Some of us we may be the only people they see. They may not have family around or friends, and so a friendly face. Sometimes they chat, they want to talk, and we're here to do that as well. So
Yeah, good. Yeah, there's some great stories I've heard about when a meal was delivered. Finding maybe that somebody needed some help and then being able to call on the resources to make that happen.
Exactly.
So, it's really great. So that's Meals on Wheels. What about the kitchen? You want to talk a little bit more about that?
So we make our meals right here in our very own kitchen. They're made fresh. We obviously have to stick to some nutritional guidelines, and they're heart healthy, low sodium food. From scratch, and again, we partner with Second Harvest Food Bank as well, so we receive a lot of food from them that we can incorporate into our recipes.
Yeah, I've seen the meals. I've actually even tasted some of them, and they are not only nutritious, very tasty also.
I have to agree with you.
Good job. We have another part of the program that you want to talk about called Rosner House, and are you going to talk about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Rosner House as well was initiated in 1977. They actually really started giving respite to families who were caring for older adults at a little house on Amherst Ave in Menlo Park. The Rosner House today is located, its location opened in 2001. Where they launched a major campaign to build the first state-of-the-art licensed adult day services facility.
So adult daycare, viewers might not know what that entails, but I think it's fair to say that largely the people who come to Rosner House might have the beginning of some cognitive disabilities and maybe
mild
physical
cognitive
too.
impairment, some physical disabilities, and prior to them coming, we do an assessment to see if they fit, and if we can provide services for them. We're open Monday through Friday. I believe so. From 8:30 to 4, but our program really starts from 10 to 2. So loved ones drop the clients off. We provide programming all day, including a meal that's also provided by our kitchen.
Great.
So.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic program. So thanks for providing that service. And you mentioned this, but I'll reiterate it, and that is not only is this great for the individual who spends the day at Rosner House, but it's such a relief for the caregiver, the partner, who has then some part of a day to themselves to recover a bit.
Absolutely. So we provide other services while they're there. We have occupational therapy, we have music therapy, and then we also offer once a week. We partner with Alzheimer's Association for the support group, which is available to the caregiver.
Right. Good. All right. So I put a slide up here that mentions the name Rosner House and also a date for an open house that's coming up.
Yes, I believe it's Saturday, October 29th. If you want to come, anyone want to come learn about what we do. We also have a speaker, so they're more than welcome to come. It's open to the public.
Good. Okay. Thank you. And in case they missed this particular one, October 29th, I know that there have been announcements of open houses multiple times per year.
Yes, we have an open house twice a year. Okay. It's usually one in spring and one in the fall, so around April and in October.
Great.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Artemis. So we're getting down to a few minutes left in our program. I want to be sure that we've not missed anything really important. Well, there's so many important things, I'm sure we will miss some of them. But Kamilah, would you like to offer any particular message that you'd like our viewers to hear and see?
Yes. One of the things that we learned during the pandemic is the effect of isolation on the individual, and especially seniors. Being forced to be disconnected from each other for that extended period of time really had an effect on the whole well-being of the individual, their physical well-being and their mental well-being. We were able to pivot and be able to provide online classes and online activities, which was really great. And so that helped them stay connected. But we realized that it's so important, though, at this point, to come back in and see each other, to see your friends, to see, the staff, to see each other, because we get so much from that interaction. There's a certain energy that we get from each other that really helps us stay healthy and stay mentally alive and well. And so I would really encourage people to come back, definitely when it's, feels safe for the individual, but to get that one-on-one or group interaction is so important and so meaningful, and it adds a different layer of dynamic to the life of an individual. And so I would really hope that people would come back. New people, new members are welcome. We really love to have everybody come to the center and connect and be together again.
During the pandemic, and we'll be talking about this for years, of course, I felt that the older adults in our county really did a super job of being responsible and careful and steadfast, and they stayed at home and they followed the safety rules. And now some of them are just eager, chomping at the bit to come back into action, right? But there's hesitancy for some people too. So I hope your message encourages people to take advantage of the good systems that are open now.
Yes.
Great. Yes, Artemis.
Yeah, I was just going to say, one thing we learned from the pandemic is that we're social creatures, and our minds need to be engaged and stimulated, and connection is very important, and that's what we're trying to provide.
Good. All right. So I'm really very thrilled about this big kitchen that you have that prepares all the meals on wheels. And it's got, you know, technology there for packaging and
Yes.
putting the seal on the package, and they're frozen meals, delivered frozen, right? So people can put them in the freezer and pop them out and put them in the microwave when they're ready to go.
Right.
But the kitchen provides more. You told me the other day that you've got a chef who can do some catering. You want to talk about that?
Yes, so we also serve several congregate sites, and like I mentioned earlier, we also deliver the meals to Rosner House, so the participants eat the same food that our kitchen provides. We are also, our facility is open to rentals, and we're starting to do catering, and all of our events, our chef Ahmad prepares this wonderful menu, and the spread is just beautiful. So
Yeah, that's
we're
what
very
I'm excited
excited.
about. Might
Yeah.
rent your facility someday for a big event.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I want to thank both of you for being on the program today. I think it's just marvelous, all the things that your group are doing, and I hope that our viewers have a good sense now of what PVI is all about.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
you so
absolutely.
much.
So, having thanked our guests, I also want to thank the viewers at home, and I want to thank the fabulous and talented KMVT 15 crew who behind the scenes, and there's quite a few people that put this together, make this show possible, and you will see their names in the credits. So thanks everyone, and we will see you next time. Bye now.